Hello, this is the final exam question um, explaining index values with list. And so basically, a list in Python is, well, it's like an array. It's just a list of items. So think of a grocery list where you might have apples and oranges and bananas. And so that's your list. And the index value is going to be the position of each individual item in that list. Index values start at 0 and go up to the number of items in your list. So, for example, if you did have something like, let me type this out, apples, uh, apples, ORA, and just bananas. Um, Each one of these have a position in the list, and the index value tells you what that position is. Index values start at 0 and go up from there. So the index value of apple would be 0, of oranges would be 1, and the bananas would be 2. So even though there are three items in here, the index value, because it starts at 0, is going to end at 2. And this allows you to, through programming, identify a specific item in the list. So if you were only looking for oranges, then you would write a code that says, index value of 1, and that would pull out oranges. It allows you to isolate a specific item so that if you wanted to change that item, if you wanted to insert something into a specific place, like say you wanted to insert something between oranges and bananas, then you would insert something after the index value of 1. um, and how to access it. And so to access this, you would say this is grocery list. uh, Grocery list is the name of the list, and I would set that equal to, and then you put the list inside of brackets. And so if I wanted to find apples here, grocery list, and then I would put in brackets, I would put 0, and that tells me that I'm looking for apples. And so that's how you access elements using the index. Why does it matter? How index helps us locate and work with specific. So again, if I only wanted to get something, get the bananas out of the list. So, the index allows me to isolate that specific item. It allows me to insert, remove, um, or change a specific item in the list. Examples of real world use. Common mistakes. And so, yeah, and so some examples, yeah, would be, any kind of list you can think of, like if you wanted to go and change the name of um, like say if you're working at a company and you have someone who got married and they wanted to change their last name, so you can go in and isolate that specific person um, and change their last name. If say you're thinking about, some type of HR where you have dependents and someone had a new baby, you could go in and insert a new dependent after the person's, associated with the person. Common mistakes, things that are out of range. So two things. One, um, a lot of times people forget that the index starts at 0, so they might be looking for apples, and instead of putting the index value of 0, they will put the index value of 1. Or they might do something like, if they were looking for bananas, they might put the index value of, so if they put this, they thought they were going to get apples, they're actually going to get oranges. And I'm sorry, these should be in quotations because they're strings, but neither here nor there for this. If they are looking for bananas and they put 3, well, 0, 1, 2, there is no 3. And the trouble here, this is out of range, but this will not return an error. It just won't return any value at all. And so you will run your program and it won't work, and you might not know why, because it's not going to give you an error. So those are probably the two most common mistakes, is just miscounting your index values starting at 1 instead of 0, because that could throw you off at both the beginning and the end. And that's how I'll explain index values with Lisp. Thank you.